Today's contingency is thanks for a Cash App donation from Thomas Jones. Thank you for the Agamemnon Contingency, the original hybrid. Klaus Mikaelson has been referred to as possibly the first vampire to ever exist. But the firsts did not stop there, as you can tell by the name of this contingency. Known as also the first hybrid, a mix of both a vampire and a werewolf. And because of this, he shares strengths with both, and is stronger than the sum of their parts. One of his primary modes of attack is to make use of his incredible speed combined with his superhuman strength, typically using it to slam opponents onto other objects, if not simply killing them outright. This method of attack called a speed blitz by some. His preferred method of killing being a single stab to the heart with a stake or a bite to the neck. While his usual targets are vampires, beings who are known for being defeated through these methods, either would be instantly fatal to a human as well. Typically, when faced against multiple enemies, he'll use his superior speed to his advantage. As stated himself, he is faster than the average vampire. His fastest recorded feat being when he ran from New Orleans to Mystic Falls, Virginia in a matter of minutes. But don't think for a moment that Klaus is a one-trick pony, as his speed is only a portion of what makes him so deadly, because he is more than capable of taking just as much as he can dish out. For example, he once found himself faced against a small army of vampires. During this confrontation, he would be chained, beaten, and stabbed multiple times. Keep in mind this is done by other superhuman beings, each more than happy to take his life. And yet despite all of this, he got back up and proceeded to turn the tide of the battle. He would have likely killed every single vampire in the room, if not for their leader swearing loyalty to him. I have faced creatures of the night in my time, but Klaus is a different breed. Literally in this case. In terms of a contingency, I must admit this is a first for me, as the target is already deceased. Accomplished not by a plot from an enemy that finally managed to end his life, but through allowing himself to finally be put to rest after finally making peace. That said, I have lost count on how many people I know who have died and returned on multiple occasions. So to err on the side of caution, I believe it best to prepare just in case he should ever reappear. Vampires and werewolves' weaknesses are likely some of the most well-known. Sunlight, silver bullets, the bite of a werewolf, ironically. But for the original hybrid, these weaknesses have seemed to have cancelled each other out, as even ripping Klaus' heart out would do little more than incapacitate him until he regrows another. Though from my viewpoint, an enemy who is incredibly difficult to kill makes contingencies easier, as it will allow me to use more force than usual without the fear of crossing a line. That said, Klaus is not someone I can handle with my bare hands alone. Fortunately, my Hellbat suit has been primed and ready for a while now, and I am itching to take it for a test run someday.